Hey everybody, today we're going to be taking a review of this 1/18th scale Pontiac Trans Am. So this is the Firebird, and we're going to be going over some of the details, the features, and some of my overall opinions on this particular model. So let's take a look at this model as an overall whole. It comes in this really stunning black paint with obviously the iconic Firebird logos and everything. So let's go ahead and take a look at the front of the car and let's see what we're getting here. So looks like the front of the car, it's got these nice really gold surrounds underneath and near those headlights. Up here we have the nice Pontiac badge, and that does look pretty good. And down here we got the Firebird license plate. I don't really see any grills on this particular model though to note, so I guess we can move on from there. Over here we have another Trans Am logo up there, so that does look pretty good. Over here we have some turn signal indicators or some reflectors, and followed around with this nice gold pin striping down the side of the wheel well. The wheels themselves have some really nice color to them. You know, we have a bit of the chrome around the edges and the gold centered. And what I like about this model compared to some of the other Maistos, look at that, we actually get some Firestone tires on there. So that does look pretty big. I mean, looks pretty good. Another Trans Am logo on the side of the car, and then a nice little air intake right there. Obviously, we have on the hood, we have the, I guess they call it the Screaming Chicken. I know some people gotten some heat for saying that, but I guess that's what this is called. But under there, we do have a fully opening model, so let's go ahead and take a look at that engine detail. And this is the first time I'm looking at this, so we're going to be kind of doing this together. And looks like we have some pretty nice details under there. You can see some of the hoses, but you know, nothing really too much to speak about. I mean, this part right here is painted in the gloss black paint as well, and it's got another Trans Am logo there on the side of that. So we'll close that back up, and as you can see, the engine comes through the hood, and we're left with that. All right, so moving on down the side of the car, you know, there's a lot of the gold pin striping all over it, so I won't point that every time. But on the roof of the car, we do have some nice T-tops, obviously. So there's some glass. It is tinted a little bit, which is kind of annoying, but you know, it does look pretty good. So moving on to the rear of the car, obviously this thing looks pretty epic. Down here we have some exhaust facing down, which is kind of a bummer because I like to see the exhaust, but I guess that's representational of the real car. Back here we have some pretty good details on the tail lights, but nothing really to talk about. I mean, there's some standard brake lights from the time period, so nothing really too special. And going down, we have a really nice pinstripe going down the hood all the way through the roof as well. So like I said, this is a fully opening model, so let's take a look at the trunk. And looks like it's just plastic under there, nothing really too detailed, so we'll close that back up and take a look at this interior real fast. So let's see what we have. The doors open about this much, which, you know, is pretty standard on all Maisto models, which, you know, I would love to see them have fully opening doors so we could get a better view of the interior. But this is, you know, pretty easy to see. Nothing really to write home about, but let's just take a quick look at it. So we have some stuff on the dashboard, but you know, pretty plain in there. Nothing really too special. You know, chrome shifter down there in the center, and then just some standard gas pedals and shifter pedals and stuff like that. So you know, nothing really too crazy. And also you can see in the back as well, nothing really too much is going on back there. So that's kind of the quick overview of this model. You know, this is a really nice looking model. I'm not really too familiar with these Pontiac Trans Ams, and I don't really know all that much about the history behind them, but I'm sure a lot of you guys know, and this is a pretty iconic car, so I decided to add it to the collection. But just overall, you know, this is a really good looking model, and I think it fits really well with, you know, a lot of the other Maistos. And if you're a big classic collector, I mean, or just American muscle collector, this is an Auto Art Mustang right next to it, and you know, I think it sits pretty well right next to it. Obviously, you know, the paint isn't as good as the Auto Arts, or you know, obviously it doesn't have the window mirror or the windows on the side of the car, so that's always you know, pretty standard for Maisto. So you get what you paid for, and I paid about, what, these things are like $19 now at Sam's Club, so you know, get them while they're out. I have seen quite a few of these in the store, but I'm sure they'll sell out pretty quickly, so make sure you guys can pick one up before you have to pay resale on these, which is probably going to be around $45 to $50. So I would give this model probably a we'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Just, you know, lack of details and everything. But that's a pretty good score for a Maisto, I still think. So, like I said, nothing really wrong with this model. It is very nice, and a, you know, pretty good amount of details. But so that's my review for this model. Let me know if you have any questions or if you want to see any other models. I have quite a few reviews posted on my channel, and there's a lot more to come. So please like and subscribe if you don't mind, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.